Toby, thanks for joining us. What was that like to play in? And firstly, what was the pitch like to play on?
Yeah, I mean, I've just said it out there in another interview. To be fair, I was surprised it was on. But I think credit to both teams, handled it quite well. And still played some decent football. Obviously became a bit scrappy at the end. But it was tiring on the legs, heavy pitch. But luckily no Tuesday game, so I can recover now and get ready for next weekend. Yeah,
you must have thought, because I saw the players turn up, and you must have thought there was no chance.
I did, to be fair. When I first rocked up, I thought straight away it was going to be off. I mean, the ref threw a ball up at one point, literally just stopped still. But yeah, credit to the ground staff for getting it on and making it playable.
Do you like playing in conditions like that?
I'd rather play on a nice even pitch, but I mean, again, it makes for a different game. I think you saw both teams battling, and it was sort of a case of whoever comes out on top there can then start playing the football, which I think we did. And like I said, hopefully made for an entertaining game for the fans.
Yeah, and then you got the wind as well, but when you play at Grimsby, this is what
happens. What you get. Obviously, it's all open, isn't it? So you see it full on and feel it full on. So it's a tough game physically, probably a bit different than what we've been used to, but just great to get it over the line and get 3 points. Yeah,
good start as well. Straight off the training ground, the manager was just a bit coy with that whether it was off the training ground, but great strike, and Abu showing what he can do from distance.
You know what? I actually missed it. I turned around at one point and then I'd seen it, and I just thought straight away from where he stood and it had been a screamer, and then I'd seen it on the billboard, so watched the replay. But yeah, credit to him because
he was already running back.
Yeah, basically. But credit to him because I think anything he strikes ends up in the top corner. So
yeah, fantastic. And the second goal as well, Gleno showing his delivery of those balls in.
Yeah, I mean he's unbelievably technically. He's, like I said, unbelievably good technically, and I think these last few weeks he's come into his own, and you can see he's full of confidence. Obviously found himself out of the team, but has worked hard and gotten his chance, and he's taken it in a stride.
And just today as well, I don't know what, there just seemed to be a bit of a shift in certain players with confidence as well. I think, and the crowd got behind them as well.
Yeah, I think that was what I would say. It sort of felt like everyone was in it together. Us, the fans, staff. I think there was a real good feel-good factor around the whole club today. I mean, as soon as we sort of rocked up and got the all clear that the game was going to be on, it sort of started from there. But yeah, I think you can see that everyone's sort of got that belief. The confidence is there, and now it's just a case of trying to build a run like we are doing. I think we're 7 or 8 unbeaten in the league, and keeping that going for as long as we can.
Yeah, it's a great run, Toby, as well. And today, it's no mean feat beating Crewe, because they're a good side.
Yeah, no, a very good side. I think they're in the playoffs. Obviously, we knew that they'd want to play football, but they can mix it up as well. They're not just sort of like MK Dons where it's total football. They can do a bit of both. So I think for us to sort of show that we can do it against a footballing team, and then a team that can mix it up is good for us. And like I said, it's just a case now of keeping working hard and carrying on that run.
And really restricted them to very few chances.
Yeah, that's something we touched on in the end. I don't think we really had. Obviously towards the end it was getting lumped into the box, but I don't think there were many clear-cut chances. So I think credit to the defence and the whole team really for working hard and getting us over the line.
And I was actually getting ready to talk about a clean sheet after the game, and then that goal goes in. It was a bit soft, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a disappointing goal to concede. But these things happen in football. The good thing is that we didn't concede again. We stuck together, stayed as a unit right from Rosie all the way back to Harvey in goal, and thankfully managed to see it through and get 3 points.
Might be a hard question to answer, but do you think maybe a couple of months ago, say, that team might have conceded at the end then and folded?
I don't know if you can say that. I think it's just a case of, like we touched on before, the feel-good factor's there. Everyone's full of confidence. Players that maybe weren't as high on confidence a few weeks ago now are. Like we touched on Gleno, he's been brilliant, and like I said, that mistake didn't affect him with the goal that we conceded. He took it in his stride and made some really good challenges and blocks towards the end, and I think that just breeds through everyone as a team and as an 11. Once you see one person doing it, it leads straight through to the rest.
And how's it been for you under the new manager?
Yeah, really good. Obviously I've been asked about it quite a few times because I know him from Crewe, so I knew what sort of rough ideas he'd want to bring in, and he's been great with us, to be fair. The sessions are intense, lots of detail. And hopefully sort of the patterns that we're doing in training are starting to come through in the games, which I think you could see today.
Yeah, because this is the Grimsby town that we saw at the start of the season, really, wasn't it? That looked a good outfit.
Yeah, obviously we had a little bit of a blip in form, but there's still plenty of games to play. I think there's 22, 23 games left, so it's a long, hard season. Now it's just a case of trying to keep this run going and building on each week and trying to improve and focus on the next one.
Yeah, and keep this run going and on to Newport away next Saturday.
Yeah, another tough game. It'll be a different game. But again, for me myself, it's another new ground to go to, so it'll be interesting. But like we said, take each game as we come and see where we can end up.
How would you sum up your first few months at Grimsby?
Yeah, really enjoyable. I think obviously started the season really well. Got in like early team of the season, then just had a little bit of a blip, sort of 3 or 4 games where I wasn't at my best, which I think is probably a mixture of different things. You know, I'm still getting used to the standings. I only made the step up sort of January last year, so it's a lot more intense. So I think it was almost good for me to come out of the team for a week just to have a rest physically and mentally, and then get ready to go again, which I think I've done these last few games, and hopefully I can build on this now and learn from mistakes like I've done and take it in my stride.